Hey guys, and get ready for your minds to be blown because we are doing some wacky and wonderful, crazy expedition games here. We are playing,
fortunately
and unfortunately, the Gander and
Sopes
Extreme Special.
That's it. So we're going to try and play this game, and we're going to horrifically fail because we never plan ahead.
And we've never played this before.
No,
we just looked up how to play it about 10 minutes ago.
Exactly. So we figured we're going to give it a shot and see how horribly it can go wrong.
Yeah.
It literally starts with, you don't require any dice,
Nope.
cards,
Nope.
controllers, none of that. Just a little bit of imagination, which we like to think we have a little bit of. So we're going to
I think you've got more. You're cunning.
We'll try and see.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
I think we're going to both just crash and burn. Because what you have to do is, the person starts with a once upon a time.
Okay.
And sets the scenario.
Okay.
Sets the stage.
Can be anything, for example.
Right.
So, once upon a time, there was a comic book.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And then something unfortunate happens.
To that comic book?
Exactly. So the person next to them goes, unfortunately,
Yeah.
continues. But then, the person who started the story goes, fortunately, back and forth.
It's a back and forth again.
The fight for forth again.
It's like The Hobbit.
That's exactly... What?
Yeah, like there and back again.
That's okay,
Boom, 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 boom.
And we're just going to keep going
Yeah.
until one person can't answer or takes too long to answer.
Yeah.
We're not keeping a... We're keeping a tally.
Yeah, of course we're keeping a tally because I'm going to win.
But, whoever gets to the highest amount of points at the end of all this wins.
This is going to be better than the Apollo Creed and Rocky fight.
What?
Apollo Creed, Rocky, Balboa.
I just think, I'm like, what? No, I'm like, yeah, Rocky wasn't in Apollo 13. So...
No, that would be a very good movie.
Rocky's in the ship beating on with Tom
Yeah.
Hanks, like...
Brilliant.
That was Apollo 11, though. No, it's 13.
No, it's 13. Unlucky for some. Great for Creed. All right, so you want me to bring it in?
Yes.
Okay, so wish us luck, guys. Here we go. Once upon a time on Mars, there was a boy. 1 point to you. Once upon a time, there was a boy on Mars.
Unfortunately, he couldn't breathe there.
Fortunately, he found a spacesuit that let him breathe there.
But, unfortunately, it was missing its helmet, so he only had a little bit of air for a few seconds.
Fortunately, he taught himself to breathe the oxygen in that environment.
Unfortunately, there were aliens there that grabbed the boy and took him back to his nest.
Fortunately, the boy was a great chef and decided to cook for all the aliens.
Unfortunately, they only liked human flesh, so he had to use one of his legs.
Fortunately, the boy had 3 legs. Is that me? Did I get it?
You got the point.
Woohoo! He had spare leg! Spare leg, or he was just very lucky.
Would be cutting that leg off.
No.
Defeat aliens.
Oh, you don't know. They could be caught.
Once upon a time, a man went to the movies.
Unfortunately, the movie that he wanted to see was sold out.
Fortunately, there was a much better film showing.
Unfortunately, in the trailers, the movie got cancelled.
Fortunately, he got his money back.
Unfortunately, a guy came into the cinema and robbed everyone.
Fortunately, he knew the man, and he wasn't robbed.
Unfortunately, it was his long-lost dad that molested him.
Fortunately...
He can't enjoy that. He can't.
Fortunately, he enjoyed it.
That's what I'm putting. Really bad with inappropriate. Yeah. Okay.
So, once upon a time, there was a spaceship in outer space.
Fortunately, they found their way to Earth.
Unfortunately, it was the year 3000 and Earth was a desert wasteland.
Fortunately, the aliens could still survive on this desert wasteland.
Unfortunately...
I gotcha! Once upon a time, there was a puppeteer.
Fortunately, his puppet was actually a real boy.
Unfortunately, he lost his hand up his anus. Once upon a time, there was a magnificent play.
Unfortunately, there was no one in it.
Fortunately, the environment was... No! I can't... Go!
Once upon a time, there was a bear at the zoo.
Unfortunately, it escaped.
Fortunately, it was friendly.
Unfortunately, only to males.
What? Did love females?
Once upon a time, Batman lived in Gotham City.
Unfortunately...
For bad guys?
Yeah, unfortunate for bad guys. Once upon a time, there was the Ninja Turtles.
Unfortunately, the Ninja Turtles only lived down a sewer.
Fortunately, they were okay with that.
Unfortunately, pizza deliveries don't actually go down sewers.
Fortunately, they were able to still reach the pizza when it was delivered.
Unfortunately, by the time they got it, it was cold.
Fortunately, they're reptiles. They run cold, so they don't care.
Fortunately, well, hang on, unfortunately, Michelangelo ate all the pizza and the others got none.
Fortunately, they all just ate Mikey.
Unfortunately, they got really sick from eating Mikey.
Fortunately, they lived to tell about it.
Unfortunately, Mikey didn't. Fucking ate him! What's that? Who wants some turtle soup? Once upon a time, there... I start saying once upon a time before I even know what I'm about to say.
I have no idea.
Once upon a time, I bought a new car.
Unfortunately, it only had 3 wheels.
Fortunately, it was a free-wheel car.
Unfortunately, Gander couldn't drive a 3-wheeled car.
Fortunately, I had friends that drove for me.
Unfortunately, they all flipped into a ravine anyway.
Fortunately, it was really fun on the way down.
Unfortunately, only Gander survived.
Fortunately, when Gander slipped into a coma, all his friends were there.
Unfortunately, they didn't like him very much because of it.
Fortunately, in this magical world, they didn't care and they all just pranced around on unicorns.
Unfortunately, they all killed him and he woke up.
Fortunately, he woke up. Did we swap? We was doing.
I know,
I lost control.
Mine was more positive.
Yeah. Once upon a time, there lived a giant man.
Unfortunately, he was only giant to midgets.
Fortunately, the rest of the population were midgets.
Unfortunately...
What? I don't know. I don't know. Once upon a time, I found a magic rug.
Unfortunately, it was on fire.
Fortunately, I had a fire extinguisher with me.
Unfortunately, it was empty.
Fortunately, I learned a magic trick to put out that fire.
Unfortunately, Gander then burst into flames.
Fortunately, I was kind of cool with it, because I'm a hot guy. Flame on!
Unfortunately, they were his final words.
Fortunately, there's a heaven.
Unfortunately, he's not accepted.
Fortunately, there's a hell.
Unfortunately, he was accepted.
Fortunately, we all burn together.
Unfortunately, he does it quicker.
He does it quicker. Don't, shh. Don't need to know my sex life on camera.
Fast. Once upon a time, Gander was trapped in a cage.
Unfortunately, I managed to get out.
Fortunately, someone then grabbed him and threw him back in.
Unfortunately, both my arms popped off and I continued running off.
What are you, a Lego man? Alright guys, that's going to wrap up that little unfortunate event.
I didn't even know if they enjoyed watching this.
So, we had fun doing it.
We
though.
had fun. Yeah, I thought it was.
And that's
hilarious.
what we've always said about doing the show. We do this because we enjoy this. We hope you enjoy this. If you want more of this, just let us know in the comments below.
Yeah. Fortunately, just leave a comment.
Unfortunately, don't.
Fortunately, I guess it's the end of the episode.
No, yeah, that's it.
That's
Is that
it?
fortunate?
That's it? I don't know.
Unfortunately, we've got to go. So, fortunately, I'm Sopes.
Unfortunately, I'm Gander.
We'll see you next time on Make and Tang.
See you guys. Take care. Say hi to your mums for me. Fortunately.
Unfortunately.
Oh.